John Voket, live from Gathering of the Vibes 2014 with the Sunday headliner. You know him, Ziggy Marley is with us. Ziggy, thanks for being part of the program.
Oh yeah, cool.
So I heard somebody talking and they said 99 out of 100 people that know what reggae music is know what it is because of somebody named Marley. But it must be great at the point you are in your career that so many of those people that you're meeting as you travel around the world know Marley because of like Tomorrow People and songs of Ziggy Marley. So how do you go about, you know, integrating the great work that you're doing and still keeping, you know, the legacy of love that your father brought to the world alive?
Well, I mean, I guess, you know, my father's spirit is strong in me, you know, because we're a part of him, so it's very strong. And the idea of, you know, the way I incorporate his music into my music for the shows I do is that there's always a relationship. I play one song, like today at the concert I did Only If You Give It Away Can Love Be Loved, then I did Could You Be Loved. So I always try to find a relationship between my music and his music to put it in the set so that there's a meaning to it and I'm not just like putting one of my father's songs just to put. Yeah, there's a connection. So that, you know, I find that to be very good, you know.
The other interesting thing I noticed is so many of the bands that played at Gathering of the Vibes this year are the jam bands, so they kind of go off in many different directions. The kind of music you were playing seems, you know, very regimented. Is there still a lot of room in the arrangements that you play in reggae that give the musicians a chance to find some new spaces and some new creation?
Yeah, man, it depends on the day, you know. Like today we started out, we did that little jam, instrumental jam today. Usually when we play festivals we don't get time to sound check. So like today we did a little jam, which is not normal for us, so that was a way we kind of, you know, make things just flow kind of way. And then depends on the time, because during these festivals you're unlike, there's always a time thing going on where, you know, you have to finish at a certain time. So we don't get to expand as much as we normally would in, you know, in one of our concerts where we have like 4 hours of time where we can mess around. We jam out and we do things differently, but in a festival you can't just have to hit it and keep it moving, you know.
And to wrap it up, we're living in a really crazy time right now in the world, and the message of love really needs to continue to be put out strong, and you're a big part of that. When you're traveling around, do you find, even if you're in areas where there is political conflict, social conflict, people can put that down for an hour or 2 hours and really just like stand next to their enemy and...
Yeah, you see, the people that are fighting is a minority, is the military and the militants, and it's a minority of people, and the people who have a lot of anger and hate is a minority. The everyday people in the world is peaceful, loving people. All these wars that is going on, it's not the majority of people doing it. It's just a small section of the population who decide to fight and kill each other, hurt each other. And it kind of stems from leadership. The world is lacking in leadership that can lead people to peace and love. If a leader cannot make, if the leaders of the world can't live in peace and love, then how come you're a leader? You're not a leader. We don't put leaders in the world to make people kill each other and suffer. So our problem with leadership, people is not the problem, is the politicians and the religious leaders and all of these other guys who manipulate the people, the minority of people to want to fight each other. But it's not necessary. We can solve problems without bloodshed. It is not necessary.
Very good. Thank you so much for taking some time.
Thank you.
And can we just do a quick picture?
Yeah.
Still picture?